Epimedium, otherwise known as horny goatweed, is a popular yang kidney tonic. So as a yang kidney tonic, it's going to essentially promote our Jing energy. However, unlike other balanced Jing tonics such as Hoshiwu or Cordyceps, Epimedium is more of a stimulatory Jing tonic, so it gives us more of a stimulated energy or a rush of energy, and this is why it's often been used to support libido or improve sexual enhancement. While the primary function of Epimedium has been to improve our sexual energies, as a tonic herb, it comes with many other benefits, some of them that you might not know of or often hear related to Epimedium because it's so well known as a sexual tonic. However, as a tonic herb and falling into the category or the classification of a tonic herb, it's going to be very high in antioxidants. It's going to have adaptogenic benefits, anti-inflammatory benefits, benefits to the immune system, and a few more I want to talk to you about specifically. So one of the first major benefits of Epimedium that most people don't consider is that it's an anti-aging tonic. Now, when we look at anti-aging from the perspective of Chinese medicine, we're really looking at preserving our Jing essence, or our three treasures, Jing, Qi, and Shen. And from this perspective, we find that really to live a long, healthy life, we need to sustain our Jing energy. And it is Chinese philosophy that basically, once we run out of Jing, our body decays. So as a Jing tonic, Epimedium is actually a longevity tonic. It's going to help preserve our Jing energy. However, because it's not a very balanced Jing tonic. However, keep in mind that Epimedium is not a very balanced Jing tonic. It's almost overly yang in its attributes. So we want to make sure that we're pairing it with other yin tonics. So that way we have a true foundation of energy and not sort of a rush of yang energy. Additionally, Epimedium is going to support graceful aging by supporting age resetting metabolites. It's rich in carnosine, which has many anti-aging benefits. It contains nucleotides and other amino acids. So this is essentially, sort of qi nutrition we're talking about, and by supporting our cells, providing them with very rich nutrients and building blocks, of course our cells will live longer and therefore our bodies will live longer. Lastly, as a tonic herb, we find that Epimedium is very rich in antioxidants, which is going to help preserve and protect our cells from any sort of aging. As mentioned, perhaps the most popular benefit of Epimedium is its ability to promote sexual health, libido, and fertility. The reason why it's called horny goatweed is because legend has it that old, goat shepherds many years ago found that during the mating season that goats would sort of gravitate towards the Epimedium tree and consume it and become very sexually active. Later on, science discovered that Epimedium actually contains testosterone mimicking plant sterols, so it actually helps promote testosterone and the effects of healthy levels of testosterone, which would of course be an improved sex drive, improved sperm quality and sperm count, and in clinical study is shown to decrease sexual dysfunction in both men and women. Next, we find that Epimedium is really good for balancing the hormonal system, specifically in men and women who have low testosterone levels and their ratios of testosterone to estrogen are imbalanced, and this is typically found in people that are, they're fatigued, they're depressed, they have low energy. And Epimedium supports, healthy hormone levels, as we mentioned, by having testosterone mimicking plant sterols. So by basically consuming this plant medicine, it's going to balance that testosterone to estrogen ratio in its more ideal levels. And it's more common that people have elevated levels of estrogen and too much estrogens, xenoestrogens, bad estrogens from commercial dairy, from plastics and other environmental pollutants. So we want to make sure that we're bringing up testosterone levels, and Epimedium contains the plant sterols to do this. Next, because of its hormone balancing benefits, Epimedium is really good for relieving any sort of negative side effects of PMS or menstruation. We find that actually Epimedium can balance estrogen and estradiol in women, which can really alleviate women of many of the negative side effects of their period. Another way that Epimedium supports healthy menstrual cycles is that it actually supports the adrenal function and has slight adaptogenic benefits. And many of the symptoms of PMS stem from an imbalance in the adrenal cortex. So weak adrenals, and they're not able to secrete adequate amounts of cortisol to really alleviate any sort of negative side effects, such as emotional instability, even bloating, cramps, and so on and so forth. We also find that Epimedium supports healthy blood flow. It's really good for supporting the flow of qi energy. And from a Chinese medicine perspective, most PMS symptoms can be traced back to stagnant qi in the liver, and Epimedium is a really good tonic herb for supporting the blood flow and the chi energy, so that way we're not having any stagnation, which is going to cause the pain and the cramping and the bloating that's often associated with PMS. An interesting benefit of Epimedium is its ability to promote bone health. In clinical study, Epimedium has shown to contain specific plant chemicals that actually improve our ability to absorb calcium, and thus leading to healthier bones and less likelihood of bone deterioration. Scientifically, this has been contributed to the chemical or the plant chemical known as acarinin that is present in Epimedium. Last but not least, Epimedium has been used in Chinese medicine to support inflammation of the joints and help alleviate any sort of that heat or inflammation of the joint, lower back, the knees, and any other places, the knuckles, where inflammation is commonly found. And it does this by basically, removing excess heat from the body. Scientifically, it contains anti-inflammatory compounds, which really help alleviate the pain associated with inflammation of the joints, the back, the knees, and etc. If you're interested in learning more about Epimedium, the dosage, and different types of extractions and concentrations, then you can click the link below.